Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Luke, and as you can see by the title, today we have a very special video for you guys. A trade rumor that I thought about, and I know y'all are gonna say this is crazy, but the first thing I want to get out of the way is, analysts, critics, fans, Twitter, they're all gonna talk, and they're all gonna invent some wild rumors about free agency or trades, and I feel like this trade that I came up with will be crazy, and I feel like it'll be good for both teams. And here's why. By the way, the hair is getting absolutely insane.
What the hell is even that?
Here's the deal. The 76ers just paid Ben Simmons a max deal. Gave him a 5-year deal max extension. As we know, this team that they have, they're stuck in debt. The 76ers at the moment are paying Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons all $30+ million. Wait, how did I forget to mention that they're paying Al Horford $30 million as well? Oh, wow, so they're already over the hard cap. That's pretty crazy. So let me get this straight. You're going to sit here and tell me that Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Al Horford, and Tobias Harris can come together and win a championship? No, that's not going to happen, and this is why they need to do this trade ASAP. As we know, they're having an absolutely god-awful season this year. This team would have to be the same for years and years to come, and that's just not the best case scenario for these Sixers, because they're not going to beat any of these other teams in the Western Conference like the Lakers and the Clippers. It's inevitable. So they have to make a move before things get way too crazy. Now, I know people are talking about trading Joel Embiid, but I think Ben Simmons is the player to trade right now. Now look, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid do not coexist. It's true, okay? And I think Ben Simmons is a little bit overrated too. I'm not going to get into that. We'll leave that for another time. But yeah, y'all understand they don't coexist. So one of them has to get traded. They're both being paid max contracts, and that's just not acceptable for two players that don't coexist and can barely make the playoffs. And then you have the Miami Heat over here with a 41-24 record with not even that amazing of a team. I mean, they have Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, two very good players, and they have Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Herro. That's a mediocre team if you ask me, but they are succeeding in a way that none of us expected them to. Obviously, they're not going to be a championship contender this year if this year even happens. So the one thing that can make them a championship contender if they can get themselves a point guard. As we know, their starting point guard's Goran Dragic. That's not going to cut it for a team that wants to win a championship at this moment. Because, they don't have that much firepower for a championship contender. It's just they're really well put together, they have really good team chemistry, and they have Eric Spoelstra coaching that team. If they could trade some of their bench pieces, their young pieces with good trade value, then I think they should pull the trigger to get a superstar like Ben Simmons. Now here's the trade I have. I'm going to put it up right on the screen right now. Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Herro, Kelly Olynyk, Iggy, 2 first-round picks for Ben Simmons and Al Horford, and then Mariel Shaylock just to make the trade work. But look, here's the thing for the Sixers before y'all go crazy. They're getting off 2 max contracts, which they need to do. They're getting off 2 max contracts, and they're getting a lot of young talent in return. Since the Heat are really focused on contending right now, these 2 pieces will be very valuable to that team, and Al Horford can provide good bench presence off the bench. Good bench presence off the bench. Y'all get the point. So look, they get rid of over $62 million in cap right here. And they're getting Kendrick Nunn, who just had a breakout season, coming off the bench for this team and providing very good minutes. The 76ers get that player, a good guard that can come in and maybe be a 20-point scorer one day, because I believe in Kendrick Nunn. I believe Kendrick Nunn could be something big in the future. He's a top 4, top 3 Rookie of the Year candidate. Then they get Tyler Herro, who we all know is doing monster things this season. But here's the deal. He's playing behind Jimmy Butler. Tyler Herro will have a lot more freedom, and he'll play way better. And I expect Elton Brand to see that, because as we know, Tyler Herro is coming off the bench. He's playing behind Jimmy Butler, who, as we know, is very ball dominant. Tyler Herro's a rookie. They get 2 rookies who have very high trade value, who are very promising players, who are very cheap, while getting off 2 gargantuous contracts. 2 humongous contracts. So look, the 76ers are starting their half rebuild. I think they can keep Tobias. The good thing is they got off the money. They got off the money. Now they have some room to work with while having some young talent. Obviously, Iggy and Kelly Olynyk are just there to fill in the cap. But look, Kelly Olynyk's on a 1-year deal. Iggy's on a 1-year deal. They will both be up. So they free up all this cap space while getting 2 very valuable first-round picks to add to that rebuild, sort of rebuild. I mean, it's complicated. It's always been complicated in Philly. I know just by looking at this trade, it looks like the 76ers are giving up way too much. But if you look at the long run and you look at the future of this team, this definitely helps the future of this team. If the Heat decide to make this trade, they will have a starting lineup of Ben Simmons, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, they can figure out that power forward position. I know it's a little bit tricky there because they're giving up Kelly Olynyk, but they have Jay Crowder, they have Derrick Jones Jr., they have good wings, but still, we know that they're going to figure that out in free agency. They have some room to work with. So yeah, power forward is, yet to be filled. But Bam Adebayo at center. So those 4 players are 4 amazing players. Jimmy Butler, an all-star. Ben Simmons, an all-star. Duncan Robinson, 3-point contest contestant. Bam Adebayo, all-star. 3 all-stars. And all they will need to do to solidify this team is just sign some players in free agency to come off the bench, which, as we know, the Lakers did while they were already in the hard cap. So it's really going to be easy for this team to do that and just get a good power forward. Having 4 very, very, very quality players on your team, you don't need to have a superstar power forward. You can have someone that could get the job done, and that's what they're going to do. But yeah, this trade makes sense for both teams. To recap this video, the Philadelphia 76ers get 2 very young players who will provide a lot of value for that team. They get off damn near $60 million in cap. They start their little rebuild. They get 2 first-round picks that will be very valuable no matter where the Heat are. First-round picks are always valuable. The Heat get a star to start contending, and they also get Al Horford to come off the bench to provide some good minutes for that team as well. And the Sixers need to do something to get out of their little hole they've dug themselves in. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please do all that good stuff in the description down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be responding to all your comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.